Welcome to 10-Minute Labs. And we've got my friend Josh Zollinger from Orange County. It's Newport Beach, Newport, that whole area. The guy's an amazing agent slash broker, owns his own brokerage, independent brokerage, has a team, and does really well. Josh, I know you focus on the whole area, and some of it is luxury, right? So you've got a little bit of both, but it's hard to practice something that's not luxury in an area where all the prices are like a kabillion dollars, right?
A little less than a kabillion, but yeah, no, definitely. I had somebody this morning ask me if I had something coming up under 700,000, and I told them I'm not dealing with mobile trailers right now, which is not completely true. But it's 700,000 a 300 3-bedroom 2,000 square foot condo in my neighborhood.
I love it, dude. Well, let's get this started. I'm going to start. Let me rearrange this. There we go. I'm going to start the timer. Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Okay. Your timer is set for 10 minutes.
All right. There we go. Josh.
Yes.
You're going on a trip. I don't know how long you're going to be gone on your awesome trailer all across the United States. How are you going to handle business as you're on a trailer, dude?
Yeah, so I'm in the RV right now, just picking it up, having internet, a booster attached to the top, because I have, I'm a father of 5. My oldest just went to college 2 weeks ago. So I have 4 kids, wow. 3 of which are studying U.S. history. So, dealing with real estate in so many years for me, it's been, it's 7 days a week. And I've missed, and weekends have been, I try to get kids sports in, open houses, and church. Like that's my entire weekend, every weekend for as long as I can remember.
Wow.
And so right now in California, as you know, Tristan, we can't go to church. We can't do open houses, and there aren't any kids sports. And so for me, I feel like with this pandemic, everything that's going on, if I don't take advantage of this somehow, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. So, with my oldest, especially going to college, kind of realizing kind of her childhood is kind of ended. It's really put a lot of pressure on me to kind of take advantage of this time. So we're going to go through, got the internet, booster connected here, 4 kids on the road, online school, and work-wise, a big stress. I do have an office manager I hired for the brokerage.
Okay.
We've also brought on 20 agents in the last month. Mm-hmm. So there's, getting people in place. I do have a personal assistant that's starting Monday, and basically is going to have a 2-week crash course on being Josh Zollinger and trying to help me out here. And then I have people on my team and in the brokerage to help as well.
All right. I love that. So then I'm going to ask you a question. I already know the answer to it, but I want everybody else to listen in. COVID-19 hits. Yeah, you're like, oh, damn, what happens next? You adjust, all right? You pivot, whatever, you shift, you call it whatever you want to. How does this make you look at life differently to appreciate what you have now? What has been that thing that stands out and says, whoa, I need to really change this up?
There's quite a few things, and I know we're short on time. Ultimately, what happened to me right before California lockdown, the day before, I listed 4 homes. So for the most part through COVID, I've been extremely busy and fortunate. Feel very blessed for that. I think it's probably going through and seeing my friends that stayed at home, spent time with their families, the friends that, cleaned their garages out. It changed things. I was kind of jealous of that, and that's where kind of the whole RV thing, the middle of the pandemic, I'm like, you know what, we're going to get an RV. We're going to go on a road trip. We're going to do something this fall when things have slowed down and things have actually up quite a bit. But I think just family is where it really came down to. And that's where I need to make my family a priority right now.
All right. So, dude, that's really good, because a lot of people are realizing that along the way. Here's something that I realized too, that real estate or any business, if you're an entrepreneur, real estate here is super messy. People assume that you're doing real estate and you can just focus on one thing at a time and you push your family aside. But the thing is, the trick is, it's kind of what you're doing, is as you're doing real estate, your kids come up, your wife comes in, everything's all scattered. It's like, and you think you just want to do one thing here, which is real estate, but it's always so mixed. And I think people forget that it's like this. If you want to succeed at both at a high level, you do what you're kind of doing, which is like, you know what, I've got to figure this out, which is I'm going for 3 months, right? Or however long you're gone. And you're going to figure it out because you're going to be doing both. Dude, you're not just to say, see you later real estate or see you later family. I think you're playing at a high level here and you're finding that balance. Sometimes you're a little bit off. Sometimes you're a little bit over on this side. But at the end of the day, when you look at it in a year, it all looks like you did pretty well, right? So what's the one thing you're going to be focusing on when you're gone that pertains to your business? Because you're still going to be working. How is that on your end? What are you like, oh, I've got to stay on this?
No, what for me, I would say just, the focus for me now is really with the agents. And for me, I've been a small broker, kind of doing my own thing. We did a grand opening, open up a large office down here. And, when, I'm being told, hey, Josh, we've brought on 20 people. We had a training in our office today, 10 agents sitting there. For me, I feel the weight of their success. And that's something that, I've always kind of, been looking after myself. I've always been independent. I've never worked for anybody else. But seeing those people in that room is put a lot of pressure on me for their success, that they're depending on me. Their families are depending on me. I know they're independent contractors, but I need to be able to be sure I have, onboarding down packed, training down really well. We've done a good job there. And so, and ultimately to me, just kind of a roadmap to success for these agents. That's what I'm going to be focusing on. Reading, as you do, you read a lot of books. That's something that I haven't done a lot of, and hoping to kind of read and refocus and build that out for my agents.
I love that. So with your agents, your brokerage, your team, how are you focusing on getting them transactions or having them really coached or growing in the right direction? Is there anything that's working really well for your team and for you right now?
No, I mean, for me, what's working best, it's helping, just, I don't know, just keeping it real with my past clients. I did reach out to the past clients.
I lost you there, buddy. There you go. You're back. You got a phone call, didn't you?
So with, I did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're back.
So I would say,
with your past clients, with your past clients,
I got through. I was reaching out to them, and actually during COVID, my wife and I, we started a Facebook group, just like neighbors helping neighbors in our community. And we did, just reached out to a lot of people, make sure people were okay, helping people, and just the focus is always on them. And it's been amazing. Last week I got 10 buyer referrals just from past clients, and I think with my agents, that's a big part of what we're talking about is letting people know that, we have a lot of newer agents coming on. Do people know that you are a real estate agent? Just basics, making sure, have you changed your profile picture? Have you, or your profile status on Facebook saying that, you're a real estate agent? I went through actually today's class, had everybody pull their phones out. Okay, pull it out, look up LabCoatAgents, make sure that you're following it if you aren't already. And I think that, just people with just their sphere. And that's, for me, a lot of my successes come from my sphere, and people know how hard I work for them. That's been the biggest part of my success for sure. And so that's what I'm trying to help the agents out with, is helping, making sure their sphere knows about what they do, and that they're providing some value.
All right, I love that. So then let's go deeper into that, because we've got about a minute and a half left here. What are we looking at when it comes to your conversation with your clients? How does that look when you're calling your past clients in your sphere? Are you just following up to see how they're doing, or what's the conversation like, and what's the conversation we should be having as agents?
You know what? And that has changed too. So, I mean, usually, I have my, client events that I'm inviting people to, a very easy conversation. This time I kind of, during COVID, it's, you know what? It's just sincere. I mean, there's no specific scripting. I think I know my friends and my clients, to a decent part, but just calling and just, hey, just making sure that you guys are okay. Your, job, food, some of it might be, make sure you have some food. Definitely we did drop off some food during COVID, but I would, just try to be sincere, just follow up, and, nothing about real estate. They know what you do. If they have any questions on real estate, they're asking. I definitely, did get business there, but I think just being a friend, that's the biggest part.
I love that, dude. I think that's what people just need to do as real estate agents. Just reach out, no prerogative, to see how people are doing. Be sincere in your approach, and that wraps it up, dude. All right. Well, look, when do you leave?
We're leaving mid-September, and then we'll come back December. So about 10 weeks on the road.
10 weeks.
Could be a good. We already did Malibu a couple of weeks ago.
I remember that.
And we were up there, but we're gonna go up, hit Mount Rushmore, head east, go up to Maine, down to Florida, and back. So it's be a good 15,000 miles.
Dude, where are you gonna be for Thanksgiving?
I think we'll hit Thanksgiving in Salt Lake City on the way back.
That's awesome.
So,
awesome. All right, dude. Well, thank you for being on, Josh. If anybody has a referral or questions for Josh, he covers Orange County, Newport Beach, Laguna Hills, that area. And dude, thank you for doing this. I appreciate you. Be safe out there with all your kids and family.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much.